Waldo's in the house. What's up, Darkness? Darkness. Here's one of our little survivors. Boy, she looks good. I don't know if I hope it's a little Billy, but I think it's a doeling. Yep. Doeling. Also known as a survivor. We've got a real severe cold front coming in, and I just wanted to get a jump on it a little bit and have some hay out early. So I went ahead and put it out, because usually what happens is cattle, goats, everything, this time of year, if you put any hay out and there's no reason for it other than you need some filler or whatever, what they end up doing is they end up coming in and ignoring the hay and chasing green. And so that's what I figured the goats would do. Well, it's not. They got in here, and I mean, they are flat getting after that hay. Matter of fact, I've never seen them eat hay like that. That's unreal. That is unreal. You better get that clover off of you, little girl, or they might just eat you. God. Well, it's something new, and I see this particular bale. These bales are all a little bit different. This is just some old native stuff that Donnie All-In had that I bought from him. And he said there was some clover, some button in some bales, and that's what's there. There's some button clover in there. You can probably see it. That's probably what they're eating. What do you say, little girl? Huh? What do you say? This is Darkness. She's gonna have one on at the right time, so that's good. it's just, this is so funny. God. All right. Well, let's leave them alone. Let them work that out. Unfortunately, when you got a bunch of them and you only put one bell out, what happens is invariably there's going to be an old nanny in here that's low on energy, and she's going to get knocked down, and which is not good. So I'll have to come back out here and check them at a point and make sure there's nobody down and they're getting on her to get to the hay or whatever. That's just, goats are funny. I tell you, they're vicious. They are vicious. You know, cows are pretty vicious, but I think goats are more vicious to each other, especially these old horn goats. They just, I mean, it is just vicious. I've seen them kill kids that are trying to nurse them that aren't theirs, and I mean, they just don't put up with a lot. I don't know if that's good or bad. It just means they're aggressive feeders. I wish they were that aggressive at surviving, but they're just not. They're aggressive feeders, and that's about it. So we just work with what we got. You know, this is a prime example of what people that, if you feed any hay a lot of times and you have, you know, winter annuals or forbs that are coming and things like that, this is something that you notice is you'll put your hay out, because like we did here, I put one bell out here for the nanny flock, herd, whatever you want to call it, which one bell with this many nannies would go fast. But you can see, well, I'll go over the hill here in a minute. There was about 20 head here messing with this bell. The rest of them are all out scattered over this thing. And what they're doing is, like I've said before, they're interested in green right now. It's high protein, high nutrition, high quality, and so we'll leave them a very short time in this pasture. So they don't want to eat hay. The majority of them don't, you know, they have no interest in the hay. You're not going to be able to give them any hay that's as good as this little green stuff. Now, do I really want them eating this little green stuff that low, that close to the ground? No. Can I stop it? No. And I'm talking about for parasites. But so the only thing I can do is move them fast. And it just so happens that does nutritionally, that's the best for them. However, you see I did put up one bell out just to see if it would help them. And I got to tell you, when they ran by it the first time, of course they're coming out of the big timber, and when they ran by it the first time, they went nuts on it. They absolutely piled on this stuff. Probably, you know, 30-40% of them got in here and started going to town, because there's stuff in here that they like. It's got some button clover and things like that. But it doesn't beat what Mother Nature grows natural this time of year. Once they ate just a little bit of that, they're like, okay, that'll do. And they headed out. So just an interesting thing. Observation. Well, they're still working on this hay. They got their feel, and like I was saying, they just hit it a little bit, it seems like every day, and then they'll go around and chasing green. I don't think all of them come and work on the hay, but I come back here and check it regular because of what they're doing right here. They're starting to pedestal it, and obviously we've never had, because we just don't feed any hay hardly, we've never had an issue with one getting covered up by it, but I've heard lots of stories on YouTube. That's one thing that I've learned without having to experience it. Yay. Where they've eaten it like that and pedestaled it, and it's fallen over either on a kid or, you know, a weak nanny or something like that, and they've lost several. So I'll come back here and check it regular. I'm going to get a look at it right here and just see how pedestaled it is. What's interesting is the The wethers, they're doing it the opposite direction. It looks like a pyramid down there. Of course, I think they use it for a toy. They immediately jump up on top of that thing and balance on that thing like it's the needle on the top of the Empire State Building. And I think they do it for fun. So let's get in through here and just make sure there's not an issue. Hey, ladies. Probably what I'll do is I'll knock that thing down tomorrow, probably, if it's showing a huge difference. We do have, and thank you guys up north, we do have some -15 wind chill days coming up here. Record cold is what they're saying. Well, we've had some pretty cold days in the past. I mean, we had days so cold that it killed trees and all kinds of stuff down here. So I don't know what's coming, but I am going to get some hay and put some hay out, because that's one of those, I consider that one of those emergency times. And I'm going to use it for a filler. It's going to be used for bedding. It's going to be used for wind block, because one day it's 10 to 20 mile per hour winds and the temperature's like 9. So that's going to be pretty cold. So anyway, I'm working towards that. That is a couple days away maybe. And so that's kind of what I'm going to be doing today. I'm just checking everything like I always do this time of year. We're trying to continue to move stuff. However, whenever I get a weather condition like this that's coming in, a lot of times I'm looking for cover. I'm looking for standing feed in case we do get snow. They're not saying for snow, but you know how that is. So I'm looking for different things as far as weighing it against moving them. And so it's kind of a balancing act right now. So that's kind of where I am. So I'm preparing to just go ahead and leave them here till we kind of get through this, or at least on the downside. And then we'll start moving them again quick. Hey, good morning. I don't know what the big deal is. Everybody's saying it's supposed to get really cold. It's not cold at all here yet. So we're going to go ahead and get some stuff done and see what happens. But if this is it, man, that's no big deal. We can deal with that all day long. Let's get to work. Yeah, we got some rain on the lens, I guess, a little mist. We got a nice little low spot here to get the heifers kind of out of the wind if they want to. Got a little feed in here. I don't know why we're doing it. It doesn't look like it's going to be much. I guess we should just be business as usual. All right, let's get the dogs fed. Looks like we had a little accident last night. Hey, Blue, look at me. Hey, Blue. Blue, hey. They got into it. Looks like probably a big old boar. And Blue looks bad, but he's not. He's maybe swelling just a little bit on his deal here. I'll keep an eye on, it's just his face. I'll keep an eye on his collar. But Buddy was jacked up pretty good. I'll swing over there and look at him. I'm gonna have to doctor him up somehow here and see if I can't help him keep from getting an infection. So we'll swing over there and take a look at him. But you know, hey, that's what happens when you have pigs. Now, I'm guessing it'd be hard for even these old guard dogs to kill a big old boar, and we've got some big boars. So, you know, that's kind of maybe even setting them up for a little bit of failure. So I may have to go on the offensive there. So let's go take a look at Buddy. Hello, Buddy. Let's look at your side, bud. Let's look at your side. God, that's a good boy. He's got a pretty good gash right here. That's evidence of a boar or a sow with cutters that hooked him right there. That's usually how that works. We'll see. He's one of those dogs. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. He's one of those dogs that you just can't get him to a vet. So I'll spray him down, and I'll see if they have some type of oral antibiotic for that, just to keep it from getting infected. But it's at a spot where he can lick it, and that is critical. I'll make sure he keeps getting fed, and then we'll go from there. See, on cue, he's been licking it, trying to kind of keep it clean. That's ideal. That is really ideal. Ooh, it got cold. I mean, it is cold, and everybody in our area knows that. It is, golly, I'm actually doing things in the pickup this morning, which is a rare deal, but of course you're worried about the animals and how they're responding to it. And we put some hay out for everybody, just to, just to try to give them a little bit of a oomph before it hits. And I think it's helping a little bit. So let me show you kind of what the goats are doing. That was a bale of hay over there, and they've just about got it slicked down. And the biggest thing is you wanted to get somewhere out of the wind. And here you go. What a perfect spot. I was sitting in the house under my heater, wondering where they might get. They might be warm. That's a perfect spot right there, down out of the wind. I mean, that's perfect. So they're doing great. Golly, and it is bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I mean, you guys up north, y'all are used to this stuff, but we're not used to this. Give me 110 and we can work all day, but this stuff like this is a short day for work here. Dogs like it. They're made for this too. Of course, they're acclimated to hotter weather now, but they're doing great. Okay. Big mistake, but everybody's doing okay. Well, we've done everything I know to do for all of the animals to have success in record-breaking temperatures for us. And so I'll just kind of have to keep a close eye on them and make adjustments along the way, and hopefully they'll do well. So thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.